Okay, let's talk about a dream I think a lot of us have. Just stepping out into your own backyard and picking fresh, sun-warmed vegetables for dinner. Well, today, we're going to make that dream a reality. We're going to walk through how to start your very own sustainable backyard farm step by simple step. So you ready? Let's get our hands dirty.
I mean, just look at this. What if this vibrant, fresh food wasn't from a grocery store shelf, but from, like, right outside your back door? You know, growing your own food is one of the most rewarding things you can possibly do. It's amazing for your health, it's great for your wallet, and it's so much better for the planet.
And you know, it really is about so much more than just what ends up on your plate. When you grow your own food, you're cutting down on all that plastic and packaging waste. You're creating a little safe haven for local wildlife. And honestly, you're rediscovering that simple, amazing joy of just connecting with the earth.
Okay, I know getting started can feel, well, a little daunting, but I promise you it's not as hard as it looks. The absolute secret is to start small and start smart. So let's break down those very first steps to make sure your garden is a huge success right from day one.
So, do you think you need a huge farm to get started? So many people get stuck on this thought, right? I just don't have enough space. Well, let me tell you that is a huge misconception. We are going to bust that myth right now.
Believe it or not, you can grow a surprising amount of food in just a 10 by 10 foot space. That's it. It's about the size of a small bedroom. That's all you really need to get going. A plot that size is so manageable for a beginner, and it can give you an absolutely fantastic harvest. Suddenly feels a whole lot more possible, doesn't it? Okay, so how do you actually set up this 10 by 10 plot? Well, you've got two great options. First, there's the in-ground bed. This is awesome because it uses the soil you already have, and it can be super fast to set up. Then you have the raised bed. This gives you a bit more control, the drainage is usually better, and, let's be honest, it can be a little easier on your back.
All right, before we even think about seeds or plants, we have to talk about the real star of the show. Seriously, the single most important part of a happy, thriving garden, it isn't the plants, it's what they live in. It all starts with the soil.
Yeah, healthy soil is the absolute key to healthy plants. Just think of it like this. Really good soil grows super strong plants that can naturally fight off pests and diseases all on their own. And the best way to build that incredible, rich soil? By making your own compost. So what is composting? Anyway, don't let the word intimidate you. It's really just nature's own recycling program. You're taking stuff you'd normally throw away, like kitchen scraps, coffee grounds, yard waste, and you're helping it turn into a rich, nutrient-dense superfood for your garden. It's that simple, and it's so powerful.
And making it is kind of like following a simple recipe. First, you layer your greens. That's all your nitrogen-rich stuff like kitchen scraps and fresh garden trimmings. Next, you layer your browns. Think carbon-rich things like dry leaves, cardboard, even wood shavings. Then step 3 is just to add a little water to keep it moist and turn it every now and then to let some air in. Seriously, that's pretty much the whole recipe.
Now, I know what you might be thinking, the smell, but check this out. According to the Hobby Homestead, it doesn't stink. Honestly, it smells like a forest floor. It smells good to me, and that's so true. When you get the balance right, it has this wonderful, rich, earthy smell. All right, our soil is happy, it's fed, it's ready to go. Now for the really fun part, choosing what to plant. And the key here is to grow smarter, not harder, by picking the perfect plant allies for your garden.
Especially when you're just starting out, you want to set yourself up for success, right? This list right here is like your beginner's bounty plan. It's practically foolproof. We're talking bush beans, leaf lettuce, radishes, carrots, maybe 1 or 2 cherry tomato plants, and 1 zucchini plant. These are all so reliable and easy to grow, and they'll give you that fantastic harvest that builds your confidence.
Okay, now for a brilliant little trick called companion planting. Basically, it's growing certain plants near each other because they help each other out. It's like creating a helpful little neighborhood in your garden. A classic example is planting basil next to tomatoes. It helps keep certain pests away, and some people swear it even makes the tomatoes taste better. How cool is that?
And remember that 10 by 10 plot? To really make the most of that space, you've got to think up. That's right, vertical gardening. By adding a simple trellis, you can grow vining plants like peas, cucumbers, and some squash straight up. This frees up so much precious ground space for everything else. So, once your garden is in the ground and growing, it's time to think a little more long-term.
These are the kinds of sustainable habits that help you work with nature, not against it, to keep your garden thriving for years and years.
And here's a super important one: crop rotation. It's a simple idea. Don't plant the same exact thing in the same exact spot every single year. Why? Because by moving your vegetables to different locations, you stop pests and diseases from building up in the soil, and you give it a chance to naturally replenish its nutrients.
I know it might sound complicated, but it's really not. A simple 4-part plan works great. You can see it here. You start with legumes, like beans. Then the next year in that spot, you plant roots, like carrots. Then fruits, like tomatoes. And finally, leafy greens. It's a simple little dance that keeps your soil balanced and healthy.
And hey, there are even more ways to work with nature. You can collect rainwater in a barrel. Your plants will love it way more than tap water. You can actually invite in beneficial insects like ladybugs to act as your own personal pest control team. And try choosing some native crops. They're already used to your climate, so they're going to be so much easier to grow.
Look, creating a backyard farm, it's a journey, right? It's not a destination. It's all about taking that very first small step. You don't have to do all of this at once. Just start. Your harvest is out there, waiting for you. And all it takes is planting one single seed today.